Hello everybody and welcome to MLG TV. We've got a fantastic series lined up for you here. Of course, we've got KawaiiRice spawning as the red Terran. He'll be facing off against EGDeMusliM spawning as the blue Terran. I'm Tumba, co-casting with none other than KawaiiRice.
Thank you very much, Tumba, and it's great to be here. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm really looking forward to this series. I absolutely adore EGDeMusliM for obvious reasons, as you may be able to tell by my accent. And yeah, I think a lot of people underrate KawaiiRice in general. He's really an underlooked Terran, but he brings out some really, really strong plays a lot of the time. And I just don't think he gets the credit he deserves.
Yeah, no, I agree, and also, of course, EGDeMusliM too, though, becoming a quick fan favorite, especially I think in the States and the North American scene, just because of all the coverage the EG house is getting as well. And I know everybody wants to see him do very well. They want to see him do great things. Of course, you know what, KawaiiRice, I forgot to mention though, this is Championship Bracket Round 2, but this this will be an extended series here. So actually, KawaiiRice only needs to win 2 games, and in order for EGDeMusliM to win, he would have to win 4. So that's going to put KawaiiRice in quite a nice position in this series.
Yeah, I've got to agree. I think KawaiiRice did spectacularly at the previous MLG and things like that. But EGDeMusliM, I believe he came through the open bracket during this MLG, so he was on fire throughout the whole thing. So he's definitely going to be bringing his A game. He was just on the ball for MLG. And but KawaiiRice will put up quite a strong fight. As I said, such an underrated player.
Yeah, of course, and couldn't agree more. Both players, I think, well, TVT in general has really taken the main stage here. Of course, Code A, Code S, the most recent, both have TVT matchups, and so great. I mean, of course, I think we're spoiler free now to go ahead and mention MVP. Man, what a great finals that was.
Oh god, yeah, it's so true. And EGDeMusliM here looking to try and pick off this SCV, but the SCV pretty much did everything there, so he's going to be in a fine position. But yeah, as you said, coming back to the GSL in general, like 20 Terrans in the next code, and
that's
holy moly.
That's sort of unfortunate, I think, for everybody, fan-wise, because mirror matches can be entertaining. No, there's no denying that. However, I think that everybody has their kind of favorite main race versus off race matchup, PVZ, PVT, TVZ, whatever, what have you, and it's going to be tough with 6 Zergs, 5 Protoss. That's not really mixing it up too much, but we'll have to see what happens. Of course, we see KawaiiRice almost completing his command center here. Looking to expand quite early, feels quite safe against any early pressure out of EGDeMusliM. EGDeMusliM now throwing down a second gas, could be indicative of a little bit of Hellion play here. Of course, Factory is coming up.
Yeah, and with KawaiiRice going for this earlier command center than EGDeMusliM, as he also has his coming up as well. EGDeMusliM got his gas ever so slightly earlier than KawaiiRice in this position, and that is going to put EGDeMusliM in the aggressor's position per se. He wants to catch up, just slightly with the economy of his opponent here, and probably going to be doing that with, let's say, either the Factory or Starport tech. And there we go, Starport goes right down. And, hopefully we'll see some maybe Banshee play, or I think we may see some Blue Flame Hellions.
Yeah, I agree. Of course, the big story out of MLG Anaheim was the Blue Flame Hellion drops. So very effective, just devastates mineral lines. Of course, with the new patch coming up, if everything goes through on the notes, that's going to change TVT quite a bit in terms of the Hellion use, I think. We're going to see as a Hellion does pop out and is going to traverse the map here. I think just going to go out for a little bit of a scout.
Yeah, too true. And it's good that we do have that combat shields going up for KawaiiRice at this point, as he needs all the health he can get on those Marines in order to be able to survive those Blue Flame Hellion shots. So that is going to, fare him pretty well. But a Viking actually coming out for EGDeMusliM. He's potentially quite scared of any Banshee pressure that does come along. If you just go to the vision of EGDeMusliM, he really doesn't see anything that's going on in the base of KawaiiRice right now. So that's just a little bit of a precautionary measure in the, in a good way.
Yeah, he is quite literally in the dark, KawaiiRice. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, too true. So, you know, these Hellions will be able to do quite a bit of damage if they can get their opening. But I think KawaiiRice could seal those openings, given a little bit more time. He really needs to push in with those at some point.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, with the bio, the Marine Force down for Kawhi, a little bit of zoning maybe with some missile turrets, he should be just fine. However, you know, it only takes one good drop to go ahead and totally decimate a mineral line. Blue Flame, a very, very good upgrade.
Yeah, but the drop, it has been spotted by the looks of things. KawaiiRice having the control of that middle watchtower, spots that medevac very nicely there, and Muslim very well aware of that. Gonna have to possibly choose a different route, but KawaiiRice isn't actually reacting to this potential drop. Oh, he does have some Marauders in his mineral line though, so hopefully he should be pretty well defended against this.
Yeah, and you can see just kind of dropping him off here outside the expo. Gonna dance around a bit. Looking for an opening here. Wants to do some damage.
Yeah, do have Siege Tech on the way as well behind this. So he's going to go into the standard TVT kind of play of the, you know, of the day or whatever. And EGDeMusliM really not doing anything with these Hellions, but wisely so in essence. He doesn't want to just be throwing his way units completely for free or anything like that. And these Marauders will shred them to bits if they're given the opportunity.
Absolutely, patience is a virtue, and we can see EGDeMusliM not rushing into anything here, but maybe taking an opportunity. Here he goes. He's going to go ahead and start to roast and toast, but wisely picks up. As you said, KawaiiRice, good call, man. Marauders right there just to stop that. So as you said, great zoning there by KawaiiRice, using his military to go ahead and deter any type of drop play.
Yeah, Stim on the way for KawaiiRice now, and looking to try and exploit it again. Going to be getting a few SCV kills here. Doesn't want to lose these too quickly though, and does lose one, but will be picking up, going into the main, and trying to find an opening here. But KawaiiRice is doing a pretty good job of shutting this down. He really hasn't lost as much as you know, one would expect in this position.
No, and you know what I like about this out of EGDeMusliM though, is the fact that he's just trying to make KawaiiRice throw him off just a little bit so he can go ahead, secure his expansion, macro behind this, and really taking that aggressor stance can put you in a good position simply because you're throwing off the timing of your opponent. But KawaiiRice is handling this quite well.
Yeah, and I actually want to go to KawaiiRice's mineral line just for a second. Look at this supply depot placement. All the gaps in the supply in the mineral line have been shut by supply depots, and an entire wall off as well. So that, in essence, just deterred EGDeMusliM from dropping them completely to begin with. Not only the Marauders that were there in the first place, but also just that great Sim City there by KawaiiRice.
Yeah, and we can see right now, Stim about to finish for Kawhi, which means it's his turn. I feel like he's going to want to, as soon as Stim's finished, he's going to want to hit that timing and become the aggressor. We see, as you had stated earlier, Siege Tech has finished actually researching now. So it looks like EGDeMuslim's going to be quite safe at his expansion, but here we go. KawaiiRice wants to move out. A medevac and a nice little army size here coming down of Marines and Marauders looking to do work on EGDeMusliM.
Indeed, and it's quite interesting actually how EGDeMusliM does have that Siege Tech up so quickly. He's going to be fine against this in my opinion, unless of course he can get some great splits off of his bio. I'm on about KawaiiRice at this point, and you know, focusing down with those Marauders on the siege tanks, but I really don't think he's going to get much done here. EGDeMuslim's taken a very, very nice lead in tech in my opinion right now, and he's, you know, well defended, and I wouldn't be surprised if we may see a third at any time soon for EGDeMusliM.
I've got to do it, KawaiiRice. I have to reference MVP again, because you want to talk about a champ at doing a lot with a little bit, of champ at breaking siege lines. Just, my units don't work that way. I don't know how his do. I don't know if Blizzard just gave him a buff, or he's honestly just that good because the guy's amazing. But here we go. Hold that thought. Look at this. Quite a big army for EGDeMusliM now, marching right toward KawaiiRice's base.
Yeah, this could be terrible if he does indeed secure himself a little bit of a position, but it looks like the Marauder's going to stim up. Going for the engagement here, the Marines are getting a good surface area off on those Marauders, and just a slightly late stim siege up there for EGDeMusliM, and it looks like he's going to be engaging again. Stim does go off for none of these guys, actually, now that I think about it. Not really committing to any engagements just yet.
No, like sort of just posturing, and you're right, late siege there, and that could have cost good surface area out of the Marines. Now, though, and there goes a big stim down for KawaiiRice, but I have to fear because just the sheer tank numbers here for EGDeMusliM are great. And here he goes. He's shelling away at this natural.
Yeah, indeed, doing such a good job here at this point, and ultimately this is just a fantastic position for EGDeMusliM, really using the power of these, you know, a higher, larger number of siege tanks at this point, and just using their DPS to absolutely ravage the initial bioforce of KawaiiRice. So it looks like he is in such a good position to take this game.
Absolutely, and also he does have another army. He is macroing behind this. So looking to siege up, and SCVs now coming off the line, and they are just melting away. I don't know, KawaiiRice. I see no way out of this right now for KawaiiRice.
Yeah, indeed. He's just... he's got into a position here where it's almost impossible for KawaiiRice to come back when it comes to this natural. He will have to forfeit, and indeed he does when it comes to that natural. And EGDeMusliM, with these reinforcements, I think this is going to seal the deal.
Absolutely, and great multitasking out of EGDeMusliM. Look at this, landing his third now. So there is one Marine at that third trying to be a hero and take down some SCVs, but I don't think that's going to matter much.
No, indeed. And that looks like it's game. Oh, yep.
Yeah, GG. So, KawaiiRice, I don't know, man. I'm a little surprised, to be honest. It seems like EGDeMusliM, really, for being in the dark there, played phenomenally. He came out. He went a little bit more techie than, of course, KawaiiRice, and he made that look easy, I think.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I've actually played 1 or 2 games with EGDeMusliM, and when it comes to his play, it's just so solid and so refined that he takes precautions against almost every small thing that can come against him. But behind it, he's got this fantastic macro, and he doesn't really care what you're doing. He'll just slaughter you with absolute solid play.
And I love that. I love that sort of aggressive style. So guess what? We've got another game to cast. I do have to thank, of course, Robin Wonder from the MLG community. Thank you so much, Robin. Unfortunately, Robin didn't have time to cast these games, so that's how they fell into mine and KawaiiRice's lap. We thank you very much for entrusting us to cast these, Robin. And again, thank you so much. KawaiiRice, you ready to get on to this next matchup?
I am indeed. Let's get it on.
All right, let's do it.